Good day, my name is Oksana Bolotiuk. Today I want to tell you about the system of the justice in Ukraine. Namely, I will tell you about the local courts. I want to divide my presentation into three parts. Firstly, I will tell you about the basic principles of justice according to Constitution of Ukraine. In the second part, I will tell you about the courts of general jurisdiction. In the third part, I will tell you about the local courts. And in the finish, I will tell you and sum up the material, and I will make a conclusion of my presentation. Uh, let's start. In the start of my presentation, I want to quote the Constitution of Ukraine, namely the item 124. According to this item, the justice in Ukraine relies exceptionally of courts. Delegation the functions of the courts, also appropriation these functions of other agencies or any public individuals is devil. In the next slide, you can see quote of Constitution of Ukraine. According to this item, each item 125, the system of the courts of general jurisdiction in Ukraine based on the principles of territoriality and specialization. In the next slide, I want to tell you about the basic principles of the legal proceeding according to item 129 of the Constitution of Ukraine. It is legality, priority of all participants of court process in front of the law and court, guarantee of the proof of blame, competitive of sides and freedom in leaving their proofs, and others. In the next slide, you can see the chart of courts of general jurisdiction. Accordingly to the law of Ukraine about judicial system and status of judge, court system of the general jurisdiction include local courts, appellate courts, Supreme Specialized Court, and Supreme Court of Ukraine, if you can see. In the next slide, I want to tell you about specialization of Court of General Jurisdiction. According to the law of Ukraine about judicial system and status of judge, courts of general jurisdiction specialize on the consideration the civil, administrative, criminal, economic cases, also cases about administrative offenses. The location, territorial jurisdiction, and status of court determines taken into account principles territoriality, specialized, and instance. In the next slide, you can see information about local courts. According to the law of Ukraine about judicial system and status of judge, the local general courts are the regional, interregional, regional in city, municipal, municipal region courts. According to this law, authority of the local courts, the local court is the court of the original jurisdiction which implements the justice in order which determinate of procedural law. In the next slide, I want to tell you about local courts. The local courts has same status and are the courts of the original jurisdiction. You can see it constitutes most of courts bodies. It is the bottom stage, which more approximate to the people, and it is the basic body of the court's cases considers of these courts. The local court is a very important body in our society. In the next slide, I want to tell you that during consideration any concrete case, a local court in the court of original jurisdiction and considers the case inherently in court session for the first time immediately in open or closed court session with participate of sides on base of their parity, the competitive spirit and other principles of the justice. And I want to end my presentation, and in conclusion I sum up all material, and I want to say that the local court is so important body in our society. Every day each citizen has an opportunity to visit the local court and receive the help to decide his problem. Every day local court to work up a high volume of the cases and provide to people the right of the just court. In this connection, the quality professional work of the structure is the guarantee of development of our society and appropriate us to the European Union. Thank you for attention. If you have some question, I will be happy to ask you, and thank you. Goodbye.